Welcome back. My name is Lewis Jensen, and you're listening to The Crime Connection. The name William Devin Howell sends shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with the chilling tale of one of Connecticut's most notorious serial killers. Over the years, the story of Howell's gruesome crimes has captured the attention of true crime enthusiasts and horrified the public. This article delves into the life and heinous deeds of William Devin Howell, a man whose actions left a lasting scar on the community and a trail of unanswered questions. William Devin Howell was born on February 11, 1970, in Hampton, Virginia. His childhood was far from idyllic, marked by instability and dysfunction. Raised in a broken home, Howell experienced neglect and abuse, setting the stage for a troubled life ahead. His family moved frequently, never staying in one place for long. Such an unsettled upbringing can have a profound impact on a young mind, and in Howell's case, it seemed to be a precursor to his later criminal activities. Howell's criminal record began early. In his teenage years, he committed a series of burglaries and thefts, landing him in trouble with the law. He was in and out of correctional facilities throughout his youth, hinting at a pattern of criminal behavior that would escalate to far more sinister acts. The turning point in Howell's criminal career occurred in 2003 when authorities made a gruesome discovery behind a shopping plaza in New Britain, Connecticut. The bodies of several missing individuals were found buried in a makeshift grave on a wooded lot. The sight was horrifying, and the search for answers began immediately. As investigators dug deeper, a disturbing pattern emerged. Howell had been preying on vulnerable individuals, mostly women, who were struggling with addiction and homelessness. He lured them with the promise of drugs or money and then subjected them to unimaginable brutality. His modus operandi was eerily consistent. Howell would strangle his victims and then bury their bodies in shallow graves, often returning to the scenes of his crimes to move or conceal the remains. The victims of William Devin Howell's killing spree included several women: Nilsa Arizmendi, Marilyn Gonzalez, Joyvaline Martinez, and Diane Cusack. All of these women had faced their share of hardships, and Howell exploited their vulnerabilities. His crimes went unnoticed for years because society often overlooks the disappearances of those living on the fringes. It wasn't until the bodies were discovered that the scale of Howell's depravity became apparent. The investigation into Howell's crimes was exhaustive and painstaking. Law enforcement agencies from multiple jurisdictions worked tirelessly to connect the dots and bring the serial killer to justice. Evidence was gathered, forensic analysis conducted, and witnesses interviewed. Over time, a clear picture of Howell's activities began to emerge. In 2005, William Devin Howell was arrested and charged with the murders of Nilsa Arizmendi and Marilyn Gonzalez. The evidence against him was compelling, and he was subsequently convicted in 2007. He received a 15-year prison sentence for these two murders. However, it would take several more years for the full extent of his crimes to come to light. In 2015, while serving his sentence, Howell made a shocking confession. He admitted to the murders of 5 additional victims: Joyvaline Martinez, Diane Cusack, Mary Jane Menard, Melanie Ruth Camillini, and Danny Lee Wistnant. Howell provided gruesome details about how he had lured, killed, and disposed of these individuals' bodies. His confession sent shockwaves through the community and reopened the wounds of the victims' families. Today, William Devin Howell is incarcerated at the Cheshire Correctional Institution in Connecticut. He is serving multiple life sentences for his heinous crimes, ensuring that he will never again pose a threat to society. His imprisonment brings a measure of closure to the families of his victims, though the pain and trauma caused by his actions will never truly fade. Despite Howell's conviction and confession, there remain lingering questions about his crimes. One of the most perplexing aspects of the case is the sheer number of victims. Did Howell's killing spree extend beyond the 8 known victims? Are there more unsolved cases waiting to be linked to him? These unanswered questions haunt the investigation to this day. The chilling saga of William Devin Howell serves as a grim reminder of the capacity for evil that can exist within the human psyche. His crimes shocked a community and scarred the lives of countless individuals. While he may be behind bars, the legacy of his actions lives on in the form of unanswered questions and the lasting impact on his victims' families. Howell's case is a somber reminder that even in the darkest corners of society, justice can prevail, but the scars of the past are not easily erased.